We're just gonna get right into this, man. Nipsey Hussle. I don't know about y'all, but he's like one of my favorite rappers
out there right now.
Yeah,
he was definitely one of the people making the most noise, with and sending a message and giving a good positive message out there with his music as well. And what was he doing in his community, just everything. I mean, right. He was the epitome of what people need to do if they have that platform.
Right. Sadly, some people hated on that, and Nipsey Hussle was killed yesterday. It was yesterday, right?
Yeah. It was yesterday for us. It'll be like
it'll be 2 days for our listeners.
For y'all.
Yeah. He was shot multiple times in front of his store. Mm-hmm. For anybody that has been following Nipsey Hussle, like I've watched like the documentaries on like World Star and stuff like that, way back when that dropped. Mm-hmm. And I remember him like setting up this store and just kind of like explaining like their grind, you know what I'm saying? And get to this point where they own a store. But then I see some other videos of, he had bought like half of that building. Mm-hmm. And he was he had like another cell phone store with just like your basic needs. And then he had another store that he was with another part where he's open for a barbershop, and then he had a restaurant he was opening there. So he was really like kind of enterprising in that little spot or whatever.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It's right down the street from where he grew up. There's like the corner.
Right.
Like the corner of where he grew up.
That's where he hustled in front of him.
He said, yeah, that's exactly.
Yeah. Which it may not seem big to a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? But for somebody from the hood, that's big. You know what I'm saying?
To make something from what he saw was nothing growing up, because he said that there was nothing there. He grew up with it just being an empty lot. Nothing, no store. So yeah, that's.
How y'all feel about this, man? Nipsey Hussle having his life taken at the young age of 33.
It's like a punch to the gut.
One thing that I've seen a lot, over the last 24 hours or so, and then when we were talking about this too, compared to other times like we've seen these kind of things happen, this one seemed to really be bothersome to a lot of people, even people that weren't necessarily the biggest fans, not because they dislike, just because they just didn't know a lot of his stuff, or for whatever reason. And same too, like there's a couple tracks here and there that I do like, but I can't pretend like, this was my number one artist all the time. But at the same time, I was like, it's just kind of been bugging. Me today. It's like, man, this just sucks. You know what I mean? There's just something about this that felt a little different than we see these things happen before. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. I've always felt like when celebrities have died, I don't want to say I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Or like I don't feel for them or their families or anything like that. But for some odd reason, man, Nipsey was different, man. Like,
so he did what he was doing. He was doing so much.
Right.
He was doing so much positive out of what he was, what he was getting. He was doing his music and everything, and then he was turning around, flipping it, giving back to his community, opening a store, businessman. Filming this documentary, trying to get this documentary going and everything. I mean, just trying to bring things to light, trying to get people woke.
He was just trying to help people, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Straight up.
That's what I always admired about him, man. But one of the things that I admired the most was just like he was inspirational for a lot of people. Like,
he's smart.
No, he's a smart dude, man.
Smart dude,
you know what I'm saying? We talked about that. I was actually looking at the review that we did. We reviewed Victory Lap. Mm-hmm. We said the same exact things. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, you can hear that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Anytime he would speak,
his intelligence, definitely.
Anytime he rapped, you know what I'm saying? It was always like he was dropping a jewel or a gem. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which like when you think about like West Coast gangster rappers on that level, you don't really hear that as much. Mm-hmm. Not to say that West Coast gangster rap is like always like the same thing or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But just the way he presented it, it was always hard. It was always street, but it was always like smart, intelligent. You know what I'm saying? He was gonna drop a gem. It was always like
it reminded me of Tupac.
Some people say that. You know what I'm saying? I felt like he was a young Jay-Z on the rise. You know what I'm saying?
Well, business wise and all that stuff as well.
Right.
I could honestly say he was like a mixture of like the best of both worlds on that aspect. because he definitely had a lot of Tupac-esque things that he came from, like, you know, and how he presented things, and then with the Jay-Z thing, with the businesses and everything. When I said Tupac wasn't a businessman, he was too. But
Right.
Jay-Z, because he made it, like, it's just a different time as well, where Jay-Z was doing it in this day and age. And, you know, Nipsey was on the way to doing big things as well, you know, business-wise. I mean, he was already making things happen. So, and ideas were probably just flowing through his mind. And he had a strong team with him of people that were just like smart as hell too, and just like trying to make things happen, like not just musically, you know, like trying to just get out there and do things, you know, for the people,
right?
You know, not even just for the culture, for the people, the community,
right.
You know, and one thing that makes it even more of an unfortunate situation is he was only 33 years old.
Yeah. Right.
That's not old by any stretch.
Young, I mean, listen, it's old. Like we talk about shit on this podcast, be like, 30, 34, we getting old. But that's young as shit.
Yeah,
you know
it is.
Yeah,
and
I'm
like
33
he
right
was,
now, and I don't like to say I'm old.
Right.
Because
you're
really
young
not.
as shit, bro.
Yeah,
You're
like you're
shit,
really
you
not, and like, it sucks so much because he was really just starting to like hit his stride. Like
straight up,
he's been putting in work for a long time,
and
grinding for a long time.
Just got the
and
Grammy
it's like,
nom. And I knew that he was gonna take. Like remember he had tweeted out a question about like
sophomore albums,
the best sophomore
we talked
albums
about
or whatever,
that.
and I was like, yo, he's trying to see what he needs to study so he can make it happen,
make
that next quality, that next step up. I already knew that's what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? I know he was thinking about making some fire. I just had a feeling that whatever he was gonna drop was gonna change. Like his direction, it was gonna elevate,
catapult him to the next level.
Yeah, you could really, really feel like you're like, okay, he was done laying his foundation. He's like, okay, I got my building blocks where they need to be.
Right.
And it's time to start moving up, and you could feel that coming.
Oh yeah.
Right.
And that album, that's a quality project, heavily respected amongst rappers, which says a lot when people within your own genre really fuck with your album.
Right.
And another thing that I thought was interesting, when you compare it, not to compare, because that's not really what I'm trying to do here, but this just to kind of give the example. When we look at what happened, like a year ago with X, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people said, oh man, it's unfortunate, condolences and all that. But it seemed like with this, you had so many, even more people in hip hop, not only like saying something, but if you could feel like that it really hurt them, and they all had like a story or like an emotional thing they wanted to say. Like you could tell that it cut a lot of people.
Right. Yeah. X. That was
just a younger generation more for X. Like was more. Yeah,
like I said, like I hate to use that as the
but I get what you're saying. Like for me
too.
with X, I was devastated by X, but.
Because everybody should know how we felt about him on this podcast.
Right. It wasn't like I was like super, super connected with him, right? Like, but the thing with him was, it was just like, damn, dog, like, he had a lot of potential to like change things and go in whatever direction he was at.
Range.
He go in any direction that he wanted to.
Yeah, he could.
You know what I'm saying? And now we don't get to see what's the end result of that.
Mm-hmm.
We don't get to see the story arc of X. It's like completely cut.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's kind of that was kind of bothersome to me, because you think of like just young people and them not actually making it past this point of like figuring themselves out or what, you know what I'm saying?
And their potential and all
Never
that.
had the chance. You know what I'm saying?
Like we even saw a tremendous outpour when Mac Miller died, but this still felt different.
Right.
It's completely different.
And there was a tremendous outpour of support when that happened. But like,
it was shocking. It was shocking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this one still feels different. I was showing you that clip earlier on The Game on his Instagram.
Right.
Like he's, for anyone who hasn't seen it, if you go to like his Instagram story, it was on there if it's still up. But he's just driving like 3-4 a.m. I guess in the middle of last night, in LA, just kind of going off about the whole situation. And he's mad. You can tell he's real mad. You can tell he's upset.
He's emotional.
And emotional about the whole thing, you know. And
I felt that way though. You know what I'm saying? Like just at numerous times yesterday, I was just like, dog, why?
Shaking my head.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, hell yeah. Just thinking like what the fuck? Like when you wrote that to me and I was like, what the fuck? Because I just also like came across shit, like it was coming across like the phone and shit, Google and things like that, like breaking and shit. So then when you sent it, I was just like, oh shit. So my first reply was, what the fuck?
Right.
And all day I just kept saying that, like throughout the day, think about it. I'm just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like what the fuck? I mean, I just kept doing that, like nonstop. Couldn't get out of that mindset of like almost just in shock and just in disbelief. Like, nah, like come on, like how much we talk about like keeping the violence out of hip hop, because it has no place for it because we've already been there, done that with Pac and Biggie, and numerous X, and just other people. We've seen it too much. We've seen this way too much, and it's to be someone who's that influential right now in this day and age. It's like I was telling you, it's like this generation, this Nipsey is definitely in my book is like this generation's Tupac and Biggie,
right.
Both in a nutshell together, like, and because that's the reach he was getting. It's the message he was giving was so positive. He was doing there's an
article written by Yo31 who writes frequently for DJ Booth, and he was kind of explaining like his look, right? Like like his presence, physically, right? And he was just kind of talking about he's tall or whatever, but like he was saying that like he was like he is older, but he never really got like, and I'm paraphrasing, so. But he never really got like, it's not like the old wrinkly old. You know what I'm saying?
No.
He was basically saying it was like this wisdom old. Like he was like
an old soul.
Right. Like he was everything that his experiences was making him like more, I can't think of the word, but
like a wise presence.
Right.
In a young body.
You could see it on him.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
He'd been around the OGs a lot.
Right. Like he had just picked up so much, and like he was just kind of saying that like he never really, it was like all this knowledge and everything that he accumulated was just cut. You know what I'm saying? Like he never really, he's not going to see the full potential of like what, like the spirit bomb that Goku was making a drop on somebody. It's like somebody just stopped that in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Just literally stop that shit. It's like, all right, well, what the fuck?
Yeah, the endless ideas and things that could have came to light through him. And, I mean, who knows what the fuck we would have gotten, because, I mean, he was brilliant. I mean, and like you said, getting that Grammy nomination, he was right there. Like to become that guy. I mean,
one of the things that I really appreciate about Nipsey was like the idea of the grind. You know what I'm saying? And like sometimes things ain't always right. Sometimes you go through like the struggle to get to the destination. You know what I'm saying? But like his whole mantra, the marathon continues or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Nonstop.
Like that was something that I picked up on when he first put that out. You know what I'm saying? Like it clicked with me. You know what I'm saying? Just because I'm always feeling like I'm always pushing towards something. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like if you're pushing towards something, like Nipsey was the person that kind of say, all right, like just keep going. Like you're gonna get there. And you know pushing. What? It might take a little bit of time. You know what I'm saying? Like it might be. You might even feel like you're behind. You know what I'm saying? You might feel like you're falling behind because you see this person moving up here, and you see this person moving up here, and you're like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? But it's always like like you just do your shit, be consistent, and just stick with it, and you will get there. That's when Victory Lap came out. That's what that meant to me. After almost 10 years of him grinding and not putting out. Just put out mixtapes or whatever, and for that to be his debut album. After all the time that we spent with Nipsey already. This was his debut album. This was his thing. The shit went Grammy nominated. It was like, yo, it just clicked. It was like, dog, there's no need to rush. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for real.
It really ain't. Like, do your shit. Make sure everything is
crisp, right.
Put that shit, and it's still gonna bang. You know what I'm saying?
And, there's not a doubt in my mind that whatever that sophomore album was gonna be a quality piece of work.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You don't go and get the taste of the Grammy nomination.
Fuck no, without wanting to actually
not want to be back.
And then not want to go back and get that. Because
exactly.
I guarantee you that the next time he would have got that bitch. Guarantee it.
Yeah. That's motivation enough right there.
Right.
And another thing we were talking about earlier that is kind of unfortunate with the whole situation is we know that this isn't like this isn't just it happened and it's over with. You know what I mean? Like we know there's about to be a lot more going on in LA
Right.
this summer, the next couple months, however, because something like this doesn't just happen with no repercussions.
Right. Exactly.
It
don't fade away at all.
We were, online, and a couple things happened. There was a couple of shootings at his vigil. You know what I'm saying? Some people were hurt. Some people were stabbed. There were 6 people that were stabbed,
trampled.
A whole little stampede kind of broke out, man. And it's just, I don't think Nipsey would want that though, man. Like,
not at all.
That's not what he stood for, man. You know what I'm saying? So everybody got to chill. I get it though, man. I know people are upset. I know people are angry. I know people are frustrated. I know people are sad.
But if that's how you're feeling, then that's the place. You don't need to be at that place,
right?
You know.
It's just probably sick, bro. Like I'm pretty sure that like if I walked up to this spot in this corner, you know what I'm saying, and I seen this, I probably would fucking lose it too. You know what I'm saying? It's just like fucking crazy, bro.
You know, this was somehow when this was all happening last night. There's something I saw, and I screenshot it for our notes because I just thought it was an interesting statistic. So this was saying that because ABC News, they had a Periscope feed of the LAPD news conference like after the whole thing happened, and at the time I did the screenshot, it had 948,000 views, which is a huge number considering one, like it was still just like we were still getting a lot of information.
Right.
A lot of people going on. Everyone isn't even online or on Twitter or on Periscope, whatever like that anyway. That's a big number, you know? So, I mean, we saw some different footages we've looked at when we were talking about this before. This is a fucked up situation. I mean,
it's very fucked up.
It is, man. I mean, I don't know what I know there's a lot of people that's gonna, make sure that his shit stays alive, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all got to.
Foundation.
You know what I'm saying?
Make sure his vision.
Yeah.
This just rolled across the top while we were talking about this. It said at least 50 firefighters are treating multiple patients at that memorial, at the Nipsey Memorial.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, listen, man. I remember seeing the Biggie video when they brought his casket through.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, people get emotional, man. You know what I'm saying? That was their guy. You know what I mean? That was our guy. You know what I'm saying? He's a rapper or whatever. People want to paint him in that box, whatever. But I kind of looked at him like a leader, man. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I seen him. And the fact that you could garner the attention of Jay-Z, right? Not to put Jay-Z so far up like he's not just a dude, but to say for Jay-Z to come down and say, I respect this guy's hustle. When when Nipsey Hussle put out the album for $100, and Jay-Z came down and bought 100 of them. You know what I'm saying? Just to like show like, yo, I respect it. You know what I'm saying? That says a lot for Nipsey, man. So shit. It sucks, man.
He was well respected, man. I don't know. I mean, obviously, if he was working on music, we're gonna get
I think
more than music from him.
John Legend tweeted out that they had just shot a video for a song with Khaled.
Yeah, see, Khaled always puts something out in the summer.
Yeah, John Legend making sensual gangster shit.
So you know what kind of music he makes.
So right, when he gets in that zone, you know it's gonna be fire. Oh, yeah. And I'm pretty sure that they probably revamped it just for Nipsey. I know Nipsey and Meek was working on something too. You know what I'm saying? So
we talked about
Yeah. So man,
it's heartbreaking.
Yeah,
y'all.
R.I.P. to Nipsey, man. Shout out to Lauren London. I know she's probably going through a lot.
Yeah, make sure y'all all send y'all prayers out to the family.
Can't imagine what she's going through. I was telling you just the other day I was watching some videos. I started with a Buddy video, and then it went to the one that was Nipsey and him, and then I ended up on the one with Nipsey and Lauren London doing the GQ couples quiz. So I really saw his
that side of him,
his human side, his relationship side, and they were it was fun watching them because that's like 30-something questions. It was pretty funny,
right? Yeah.
And just see them go back and forth with each other. So which makes that suck even more. You're like, damn dog, like this. I can only imagine what she's going through.
Yeah, watch his interviews, man. Watch his any time that he could, he did because he would come and talk at events. You know what I'm saying? Watch all that shit, man. Because I promise you, there's jewels everywhere.
There's a lot of gems everywhere. Those stuff with Gary Vee, stuff on the Breakfast Club was good. Dude just dropping gems. Like you said, whoever that was, you were just saying that so you could feel the old aura on a young man.
Yeah.
Right.
No, that's legit. That's
straight up legit.
Yeah.
He was ahead of his time.
They need a statue for this nigga. I'm sorry. They need a statue for this nigga. They need to put it in the Smithsonian.
And all these LA dudes can make it happen.
Pac got a statue, so it's like I wouldn't doubt that.
Where Pac got a statue?
Yeah.
Where's it at?
I'm not sure where, but I know that they have one. There's a picture I've seen. I'm not sure
shit,
where it is. Maybe it's at the cemetery and they just have one there for his, but it's of him.
Okay,
but it's of him
got it.
though.
Right,
it's like a statue of him.
They can definitely make it. You got a lot of LA rappers with some serious pull in the streets. They got the money.
Most definitely.
Make it happen.
Yeah.
We'd love to see it.
They should do that shit. They definitely do.
R.I.P. Nipsey, man.
And rest in peace. You are definitely going to be missed, and hip hop is definitely going to feel you not being in it no more right here. Like, actually, your presence being there.
Damn.
That
shit hit from left field, bro.
It did.
It's shit is still shocking to me.
Like, I honestly, because today, filming this, or recording this, it's April Fool's today.
I know, bro.
So
that's what makes the shit.
That shit. I was thinking like, nah, that's it. Nah, it's fucked up.
Nah.
Like, it ain't even April Fool yet. You know, I was thinking, nah, and then
I was like, yo, this better be a joke. It's
real.
a sick fucking joke.
Yeah,
but it better be a joke. This shit's not a joke.
Not at all.
I don't even want to do April Fool jokes.
It's not even one of them rumors.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like not even in the mindset at all.
Right.
All day I had opportunities, and I was just like,
I wasn't even in the mood.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
A lot of people just seem that you had a damper on the mood, and I get it.
Yeah, it's gonna be like that in hip. It's gonna be a damper on hip hop for a while. And I knew just coming here to record this today, I was thinking there's gonna be a little damper in our mood, you know, because we're all.
Bro, I literally was like, I don't know when to even talk about this. Do we talk about this at the beginning? You know what I'm saying? Or we talk about this at the end? You know what I'm saying? But no,
it's weird. Like it just kind of has been lingering. You know, the last 24 hours. Like, I mean, the trillions know. You know, me and you work at the same spot. But like it was random. He was just minding his business on break, and I just came back from McDonald's, and I just got out the car. I'm like, yo, this is some bullshit, dog.
Right.
Like what? Like I the blue. You just like, man, this ain't right,
bro. I was just sick. Just sick.
He was just out back minding his own business, smoking like it.
Bro, I was back there listening to Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah.
I had the AirPods in and I was listening to Nipsey. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, all day. All week, shit.
Yeah, I was just looking at my phone and it's just like, what the fuck? Once again. Yeah.
Bro, I thought
like,
see that first news report came out and it was like, yo, he got shot. Condition is unknown. I'm like, dog, I hope he's all right.
Yeah.
And then I seen some stuff online. I was like, oh no, nigga.
Yeah.
And that was fast.
You know what I'm saying?
Man. We talked about it was fast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was quick.
It seemed like within 30 minutes it went from news breaking to them saying he was dead.
Yeah, I think it was less than 30 minutes.
Yeah.
It was like 5 to 10 minutes.
Because honestly, I honestly think it was from the beginning.
Well, you know what, though?
Say,
for me, it was 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah.
That first story might have been out maybe
a little while
longer. So
it was.
I think it was almost a little. It was less than an hour.
It was for sure.
Definitely.
And from that one picture we saw, I mean, I wouldn't recommend everybody go look this stuff up because something might be too graphic for you. But from that one that we did see, you could tell, I was like, oh man, I can tell this guy took at least one shot in the head.
Yeah, when I seen that picture, I was like,
3.
oh.
Yeah, like, because the dude shoots him once and then comes back and then shoots again and then fucking kicks him.
Yeah, that's when I knew that shit was personal.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That wasn't no like normal, like, oh, we're just gonna run him, shoot him. That was like, oh, fuck you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's
do
different.
that after. It's like, what the fuck? Yeah. Like, you did
fuck
not.
That dude.
Oh man, I'm gonna be in this. I'm gonna be in this what the fuck mode for a while, like straight up.
Listen, they gonna get him. I'm gonna tell you right now.
No, it's for real.
They gonna get him.
You can only hide for so long. If you're hiding, you
got to dig a fucking hole and hide like fucking Saddam Hussein.
And even he got caught still.
And even he still got caught.
Exactly. He got caught. No bullshit. He's got to leave LA.
Yeah, you got to live in the fucking sewer systems.
Yeah. He gonna have to leave.
No,
no shit. I don't know. You gotta. That's the only way. You're gonna have to leave LA to buy you some time.
He ain't getting out of California.
Hey, he's only prolonging the inevitable, so you might as well just kill yourself. Because what the fuck have you done?
Yeah. Oh yeah, they gonna get him. But Yeah, man. I guess we gotta let's move on, man. To some more hip hop news. Y'all.